Oh my goodness, hello! Day, thank you! Hello, hello! 1 second. I was trying to get voice mod to work and it really didn't want to work, so I switched mics. Hello! Hi, 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 hi! It is nice to see you. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you, Di, for raiding. It's nice to see you. I don't know who Power Guy is. Who's Power Guy? I just saw you streaming, but I did not catch what the subject was. It's going good, thank you. I'm about to just work on some D&D art, because I've got, like, a hell of a lot of characters that I should be drawing. I might have been, distracted by Zelda. Zelda's very good. I'm having a good time with that. Guy with tons of power. That tracks. And I did see you, sis. Hello, how's it going? How are the vibes? Was it a double raid? I only saw Daishima's name show up. But I'm still not used to YouTube, so that might just be a me problem. Alright. Well, let's get this party started. Garfield Cart. Pizza Tower. I've heard very good things about Pizza Tower. It didn't seem like a game for me. By Garfield Cart, do you mean you played a Garfield game? It's okay, Power Guy. You're very much appreciated. Thank you as well. I can't believe YouTube cucked you like this. Yeah, I was really distracted, to be fair, by like, voice mod. I clicked it like 3 times and it did not want to open. So are you both doing, this Garfield Mario Kart? You know, that actually sounds really great. I've never heard of this game, but it sounds like I probably wouldn't have. Garfield Kart from the Garfield Show. Now I have to ask, how would you rate the game? How good was this game? Oh, no wonder I hate what I'm doing. I'm coloring with black. I hate coloring with solid black or sketching with it. It was Garftastic. I see. 11 out of 10. I'm gonna need a screenshot of this show, Die, if you're still here. But, hey, as per usual, like, do what you gotta do after your stream, you know, if you have to get a snack, get some water. 2 out of 5. And, oh, I should probably introduce myself, huh? I don't get rated often, you might tell. But hello, my name's Ambrosia Fairy. I typically just go by Ambrosia. We're usually just vibes here. I just kind of like to hang out while I'm doing things. I don't really play a character, but Ambrosia, the character that I have as my VTuber avatar, does have a lot of story. And right now I'm working on D&D art. I've got a campaign that I'm in right now, as a Elysian elf wizard, because I'm always a wizard, as you can tell by my very fancy wizard hat. And I've got like a lot of backstory characters for them, that I need to do reference art for. We're all just normal people here. I honestly haven't been drawing a lot lately, because of Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm a little out of practice, which does not happen very often. For people who know me well, they know that I typically draw at least an hour or so per day, because I'm nothing if not a workaholic. A Lydran Elf, which is an elf variant based on seasons, and Wizard Blade Singer, because I'm always a wizard. I've only played Bard once and Wizard the rest of the time that I've done tabletops. Here, actually. Let me just... I'm just gonna hide. So, the capture that you're seeing right now is my iPad, which is why I'm hiding it real quick while I pull things up. Just because, you know, if I have to pull up Discord to grab a reference, I don't want to dox myself or anyone else. So the base that this is on and the original art for them is by somebody else, because I bought this character design. They're now mine now. Hi gamer, that's my DM. Where's the picture I drew of them? It's like buried in here. I'm also working on an animatic for chapter 1 of our campaign, which we just finished. We're moving into chapter 2 now. There it is. Here's my character. I'm so delighted that there's so many people in here who like D&D. I really like games in general. I'm actually looking into like other tabletop RPGs that are like indie. Cause I am learning to DM right now. I recently just did a incredibly poor job trying to DM a game, to give Innie a break. It sure was something. Here's the original art. This is by Tara Terrific. If you've ever heard of them, she's a very, very cool artist, and I highly recommend her. And she also has a webcomic on Webtoons, I believe, right now. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm not very good at drawing rapiers, and I have to design a new rapier, because I'm hopefully getting a new item soon. Oh my gosh, thank you! Oh my goodness, I have seen so many multiple animator projects for the longest time, like on YouTube, and I've been so jealous because it's just like, these are so cool! And I've recently been working on doing animatic stuff, the past couple of years, which, holy shit, fucking hell. I'm so sorry about my cat, she really wants attention. I'll grab her in a second. But yeah, I recently saw that there's some out there that accept animatic and picture PMV movie style parts. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta get in on this. I gotta grab parts. I have to try this out. It was a lot of fun. She's cranky. So I moved recently and like everything's still all over the place. I'm still not finished unpacking, and she hasn't quite like settled into a spot for her to hang out with, and she likes hanging out with me on stream. I usually have a cat cam. Unfortunately she hasn't found like her spot yet, so I can't set it up, and that's why she gets so upset. Nanabelle, come here. Hang on, I will grab her real quick. I don't have a good spot to show her off, but she is adorable. Hey, baby. How are you? Oh, here you are. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, you can't hear her, but she's immediately started purring. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Alright. You're all good. my other kitty has taken over the windowsill in this room, which is unfortunate because she's a little shit when it comes to the other cat. I have 2 Maine Coons. And I love them dearly. How does this dude's eyes look? This is a weird character. I got this character recently. Also, yeah, Annie, I'm aware we all start somewhere. It doesn't make that session any less rough. Oh, but I was gonna talk about, so, the session I DM'd, I used a in-progress, indie tabletop called Tiny Frog Wizards. And the intent of Tiny Frog Wizards is you're a tiny 2-inch tall frog with fantastically magical powers, and you're supposed to play it like you're the Goose and Goose game. But it's a really great game if you're more heavy on the improv and role-playing sides of things, especially the improv, because of the rules. I wouldn't necessarily say it's rules light, but it allows for, just you to go buck wild with things, because the way spells work in it is you roll a d6, and you get that many words to cast your spell. So if you roll a d6 and you roll a 3, you have 3 words to cast a spell of a particular spell school. And one of my fellow players, who was one of my players during this, cursed another frog to only speak in haiku. What else did he do? He had a lot. You all had a lot of spells that just were off the walls. Oh yeah. Feel better was another spell somebody cast. It's very good. If you look up Tiny Frog Wizards tabletop RPG, you might be able to find it. It's on Tumblr, I believe. Hopefully the next time I run a session, it goes a lot more smoothly. Be okay. My apologies. It was be okay. Which was cast on somebody who was, severely burnt. Oh yeah, the itchy burning eyes. I did really love Hopaluna, the frog who believed in herself to become a penguin. Innie's character was transformed to look like a penguin, although she was still a tiny frog in spirit, and she spoke fluent, broken penguin. Which is just glorious. I can't wait for Frog to give us all lessons in Celestial in our normal D&D campaign, which also has quite a lot of hilarity going on. So, I'm an Elysian elf. My party members are a grunk, a cat person, a rabbit person, and a pixie. I am the tallest character. Oh, also the pixie has the highest charisma, so whenever we really need to convince somebody of someone, she's probably gonna be the face of the party. The rest of our charismas are just garbage. It's perfectly fine though. Tinkerbell's pulling her weight. Oh, she's our healer. She absolutely is. So we do these like little practice combats sometimes after sessions, and the difference is astounding if she shows up or not for those, because they're before the session starts, so they're optional. We don't really have like a heavy tank character. It's so weird. So I'm a blade singer wizard, which means I'm melee wizard, which is a very odd combination. I somehow am the tankiest character right now. We really didn't think that part through when we were doing the whole character creation thing. It's fine though, it's funnier this way. I'm just hoping, and so far it's looking good, that I'll actually, like, be able to stick with this campaign, because so many of the campaigns I've been in have just fallen apart. Be right back, cutscene time. Oh boy! Annie's time is split between preparing our campaign sessions and playing Zelda right now. It's a very hard-fought battle. I literally told myself today I'm not allowed to skip Friday's stream just to play Zelda again, because I did that last week. It's such a good game! It's so good! Please no spoilers. I've gotten most of the cutscenes already. But still, I don't know who else has played or who plans on playing. I also, I was working on Cult of the Lamb last week, which I'll probably do again tomorrow, because that was a lot of fun. I love all the updates for Cult of the Lamb. These ears look wrong. Why are ears so... Ears are so weird. Since there's other artists in the chat, when you're drawing a person, what's the worst thing to draw, and why is it feet? Because I know I'm right. I know everyone complains about hands, but they are not the worst thing to draw. You can fake a decent hand really easily. You can fake a decent foot too, but like... when you're trying to learn to do one or the other, one of those is a much more acceptable answer. Goodbye. Have a good evening, night or day, whatever time it might be for you. Yeah! You understand me. You understand me. See, I'm too afraid to try to find references to draw feet correctly. So I take the, there's a few triangles in there, and it almost works just enough that it's good enough for me for now. Oh, I was going to show this off too. So, Elytron elves have emotions based around what season they're in, and they can change their season every long rest. So I was giving Annie some references of how my character acts depending on what season they're in. They're usually in summer. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. When I'm still awake enough after Friday's stream, at midnight my time, sometimes I participate in an art study group, But see, the thing is, it's like, it's not socially acceptable to be like, please, can I learn how to draw feet this week? Like, how, you can't just start that conversation. Everyone will rag on you. And it's deserved. We do a lot of, like, figure studies and, like, background studies, though, and those have been a lot of fun. I think I missed the last hand study one, which made me sad. I was busy. No, wait, I did make it to the last hand study one. It was something else I missed. That eye is too high up. Oh, wrong layer. What program do you use to draw? This is Sketchbook, originally by Autodesk, but I think it's a new company now. That's a little bit better. Do you have 3 eyebrows or just 2? You just have 2. Oh, the other eye is shorter. That's weird. Ooh, how many tears do you have? I'm very excited to hear your thoughts on the memories after you find them all. Oh, I know! It's so good, isn't it? Oh my god, like, they knocked it out of the park with Breath of the Wild. I could go on about this for ages, and I will. Like, Breath of the Wild, I know people, like, were worried about the open world, and it just didn't click with a lot of players because, you know, open world is a very different genre of game than Zelda is normally. But I feel like they took the feeling of a normal Legend of Zelda game and they really encapsulated it in Breath of the Wild. And then they took everything they learned about Breath of the Wild and they upped it up to 1,000. Like, just so good in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, it's so fucking good! I need to fight a Hydra still. My opinion might change after I fight a Hydra, because they sound really hard and they look very terrifying. But oh my gosh. It's so good! It delights me so much that they saw the kind of bullshit people got into in Breath of the Wild, and they're like, well, we can't stop here. We need to enable this. We need to see how far people will go. And then they made it even easier to do bullshit. I feel like they saw people making flying machines in Breath of the Wild for speedruns and whatnot, and they're like, what if we just made this a mechanic? Yeah, but they look scary. Yeah, they did! Surprisingly, I haven't messed with vehicles all that much. Most of my traveling around has been on foot, flying, or on a dragon. Have a good sleep. Sleep is good for you. I do like just hanging out on the dragon heads. It's great. I think all but one of my, my star fragments as well has been caught midair. Clipping? What do you mean? I'm not familiar with that. So I'm trying to figure out their braid. Oh boy. I think my favorite thing to do is just attach rockets to everything. I need to get like a bazillion rockets, but I need to get more things to spin on the gotcha machines for rockets. Oh, that's so good. See, my problem is, like, I'm not good at driving virtual vehicles. So, every time I make one, I run into something immediately. Like, there is a fucking, shrine that I went into recently that was just like, ride this vehicle across the lava. I can't even do that correctly, apparently. I can make the perfect video. Like, I keep seeing people just having a really bad time trying to make, like, hot air balloons and stuff, and it's just like, oh dear. But, like, I get past that part. I make it perfectly, it'll fly great. It's just, I'm bad. My favorite thing to do when I have to make a vehicle for something is just, like, I'll make it perfectly, but I'll just have, like, just the most atrocious flight path to wherever I need to go, and all I do is I just, like, vaguely aim myself above my target location, and I just drop in from below. I was gonna switch my stamina all back to hearts, but then I was like, I think I need that for gliding still. I was right to keep it, it's been really useful. Oh my god, the infinite flying machines are so good. I need to find a good spot for where those big flying blocks spawn. And just steal them and make a giant airplane or something. I've got, like, 15 fans still. I could attach them all to one vehicle and have a good time. Oh my god, Innie! Innie, you spent hours gathering that! Innie, what the fuck? Innie, how? That's so much! I actually haven't been using the auto build feature. I just build things by hand, typically. But also, Innie, oh my god! Oh no, the flying blocks break too? Oh, that's sad. I knew about the wings and the balloons. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, the battery's fucking expensive. I think I've got 25 charges left to upgrade on mine. I'm trying to remember my last count. I haven't been doing much in the underground, though. Oh no. Oh no. Eddie, what did you do? Oh no! What? I just charged this thing. Oh my god! Okay, but how fast was it? Oh god, yeah, I need to make a mech too. I've got like all of the parts to make a mech now. I need to get like a bunch of metal cubes because like the wooden ones are good, but I want to make one that's beautiful. Hi Frigid, have a peaceful time at work. I'm letting my pin charge real quick. Oh, Annie, this is the demon for the cult for Nova, by the way. This is Morozoko. Autolock lasers and it flies. I want to make a mech and take it up to a Hydra. I think that's gonna be my plan. I'll test it on a Balatalis. It burns through your power in 10 seconds? Oh my god. Is there like a way to farm Zonite charges? Because that's what I usually use to gamble on the gotchas. They do. Actually, wait, is there something that like swings things? Like to make a mech actually walk? Because I think the only thing I would have right now that would do that are the mob targeting heads. A stealth bomber. I shouldn't be trusted with bombs. I should really not be trusted with bombs. I've blown myself up so many times in the overheated areas of Death Mountain. Like, I would go into a cave and then just immediately explode because I was like, oh yeah, bomb flower! Okay, tank treads, alright. I don't know if I have those. I'll have to find the machine that has those. Oh, maybe I have them already. I don't know. We'll see. I saw something that had arms that moved. But that might have just been the mob targeting head. I don't like this braid. I'm gonna fix it. That was the auto lock? Oh, okay. I just want to find all the outfit pieces, honestly. I still haven't found all the pieces to the outfit that I mentioned to you that I found, and I was looking for caves for. I'm very sad. Oh my god, so the whole mask thing, the tips that you gave me, unfortunately, every time I go to mine Zonite in the underground, Annie, I always accidentally hit something. I haven't gotten it to work for ages. This is where I say I'm bad at games. Somebody outside is a cool dude. Revving up their car. That takes time. It's fine, I just murdered them. I keep running out of arrows, though. I had like 250 or something, and now I'm back down to 50 again. I'm gonna give a bunch more and I'm gonna go back to the Colosseum. And then just really fuck shit up. I might dupe diamonds first. Sorry for everyone here listening. This is a pro duping channel. I think as long as you're enjoying the game, you should be able to play it however you like. It is a single player game, and you cheating does nothing to harm other players' input on their own game. Also, I'm definitely gonna do like 50 diamonds and complete the compendium today or something. After I probably do Zora's Domain. I wasn't done with that before stream started. I had to eat. Also, I couldn't find Toto Lake. Oh my god, I checked literally every other lake before I found the right fucking lake. I was so mad. Honestly, I think that's my only complaint about Tears of the Kingdom so far, is sometimes they tell you to go to a location, but they don't move the quest marker. And it's just like, bruh. If they're telling me the exact name of the place, just put the quest marker there. Some of us can't read maps and are very dumb, alright? Throw me a bone. Yeah! Well, like, so one of the first things I did was unlock all the towers on the map so I could just, like, yeet myself off them all the time to go wherever I need to go, because, boy, I sure do love flying through the air. That scratches a great itch for me. So, like, I would yeet myself up, fly to a lake, drop down, wrong lake, because it would, like, come up with the name, and I would check the map for the name, and be like, okay, go check another lake. Okay, check another lake. I checked literally like 6 different lakes in the Zora area. I looked at my map and like where the first quest, where the quest marker is and where the location is, it was like 5 feet away. I don't want to talk about it. Wait, oh my god, Annie, are there more than 2? I'm okay with location spoilers at this point. I've explored enough to where I'm just like, okay, you can tell me anything about that, just no story spoilers. Hell yeah. I'll probably do Zoro's Domain and then start doing the Colosseums again. 3 total! Oh, delightful. I need to find more Lionels to fight. Obviously I can do the Colosseum again, but my bows are all breaking. And I want my bows back. And Denal might have set a shield of mine on fire when I landed on him. I love the fact that you can land on dragons now. It's so fun. It's a lot of fun to just sit on them and then just like watch the scenery. I do overuse my bows. I tend to play very ranged characters though, like that's pretty typical for me. Actually, I would argue in Breath of the Wild, I didn't use bows enough. Level 2 and just have him all do all the sniping. I haven't found it for the sage thingy yet! I'm trying my best, but I can't find them. I don't remember what the other ones looked like. You found 8? That makes sense. I found 3. But I don't even know where they are. I'm not doing a whole lot of exploring in the sky, and I think at least a couple of them were in the sky. I've mostly been on the surface. I did get sidetracked by doing shrines because I put my health to 3. I'm back up to 7 hearts though. It's fine. This is perfectly fine. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I should do that. I wanted to do Zoro's Domain, just to get the islands over there out of the way. Because for Rito, I actually went up to the islands for it before I started the quest. Mm-hmm. After I finish story stuff, I'll probably just like go like grid by grid and get through all the islands like that. Mm-hmm. Same. Like I get overwhelmed or I get distracted and I start doing something else. I just want to hang out on the dragons. They're so chill when you actually land. You can just sit on or between their horns, and you just chill out there. The only time you have to do anything is when they're ducking into the underground. And that's just to reposition yourself. It's great. I hope somebody makes an hour-long ASMR riding on each of the dragon's backs video. I should do that. With like the music turned up and everything, that'd be so relaxing. I do wish you could have Link actually sit down when you're sitting on their heads though, because all you can do is really crouch. I don't like some of these edges. I hate the little, like, baby frogs things. Because Majora's Mask doesn't work on them. Which is dumb. It should work on them. It works on everything else. Although I've noticed sometimes it doesn't work in some circumstances. It's weird. Oh, I need to max out horse stats too. That's a thing. I have to finish learning recipes and so many other things. I never learned all the recipes in the original one. I only knew about them after the fact because of the fucking Polygon video. What was it? The Brian David Gilbert one. I forgot the series name. Where they try to make all of the recipes with the same equipment that Link had. Oh, that's my phone. That's just Discord. God, it's only been an hour? Time does not fly when all you want to do is play Zelda. See, I would play on stream, but I don't want people to spoil things for me. Unless I'm ready for particular spoilers. And my friends know a little bit better about what kinds of spoilers I'm okay with. Also because, like, 30 minutes of the stream would just be me there, sitting there, spending time duping diamonds and then buying arrows. Literally, duping diamonds is just my fucking arrow fund now. It is really interesting, when you sit there and try to dupe different types of items, though, because some items are harder to dupe than others. Like, diamonds are super easy, once you understand the trick and you do it correctly. But stuff like flowers is so much harder. It took me 30 minutes just to get, like, 9 warm cephalina, but I got, like, 9 diamonds in, like, 10 minutes. It's also really interesting how things like what equipment you're wearing affects how the bows will drop, which will affect certain things about the timing of the animations, and like I said, the shape of the item affecting it, whether or not you're in a town. I think sometimes your armor can impact it too, just because it all has a hitbox. Like, trying to dupe things in Goron City was a lot harder when I was wearing the heat-resistant armor. But whenever I'm hanging out at the base of the tower, the like, first tower you go up to, that's, like, the easiest town to dupe in. I've only duped materials at this point, and I think that's all I'm probably going to dupe. Just because I'm doing it because I don't want to hunt dragons down for 7 hours. I already said, I know I said sitting on the back of one and waiting for them to be ready to grab an item from is very relaxing, but also, like, I want to do other things in the game. Oh, that doesn't have stripes, it's the other one. I think that's all the main details other than the necklace. I mean, the strongest hint has been Yang, but it sounds like he's actually the big bad of a different campaign now, with the details you gave us the other day. I still don't think Mirai is. I think Mirai is, like, our mid-game boss, but she's not gonna be the end game. Possibly, the Tarask and her kid. Possibly them. That's my thoughts so far on that. Although I do want to fight Mirai again. I mean, we didn't actually fight her, but, you know. I'm not sure Nova actually wants to fight her, though. I think Nova's actually terrified of her still. Yes. I'm very excited to see how that feels. I appreciate you holding our hands in the first chapter. Like I said, my experience with tabletop RPGs has not been the greatest so far. Like, the Pathfinder campaigns I was in, were all with, like, a whole lot of experienced players, so they made everything difficult. And they made it hard, and they did not explain things to me, and I'm just like, I am small child, can you explain in baby terms? I do not comprehend any of this. And they were like, no! We're gonna throw you into the deep end. I'm like, cool, I'm not having fun. And the second Pathfinder one, I don't think we even actually, like... I think the most interesting thing that happened was I fucked over our DM because I took one of the crafting things that lets you make fucking portable holes and portable holes and bags of holding, and he was just like, you guys have all this treasure, but you can't carry it all. I was just like, hey guys, how long do you want to stay here? Cause you want to bet on that? And we literally, like, in game spent like 2 weeks just ferrying treasure back and forth with portable holes and stuff. Because I think in Pathfinder, if I recall correctly, you can put bags of holding in portable holes, but you can't put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, and you can't put a portable hole in a portable hole. But you can put bags of holdings in portable holes. So we would, like, fill up a bunch of bags of holding and then put it in a portable hole to carry the portable hole. This is not a high-level campaign. We did not get through many sessions, but to be fair, those sessions were, like, stupid long. Some people who I've talked about D&D and stuff with know this already. When I was in college, that's when I was in these Pathfinder sessions, and it was with the Pathfinder Club, and they were ridiculous. I would never do this again. It was, like, when things were enjoyable, they were enjoyable. When they weren't enjoyable, it was god-awful, because these sessions were fucking 8 hours long. On average. That was the normal day. If it was a long session, I think we had one that went up to 10 hours long. Don't do that. It's awful. It's horrible. Do 3-4 hour sessions max. Don't go that long. It's not good for your mental health. Just don't do it. Oh goodness. And then I had a D&D 5e campaign with friends, but none of us knew what we were doing because I only had Pathfinder experience. So it was really rough around the edges, but it was enjoyable because, you know, we were all learning and we were all, like, trying to work together because we were all friends and stuff. But that died because everyone had conflicting schedules for, like, 2 months straight. No, you're so correct, Eddie. Short sessions are so nice. Like, I apologize for how long we dragged it yesterday, but I feel like your sessions are often just the right amount. It's like nuggets of information. They like to throw me in, like, 5 different meetings in a row at work, and, like, I just don't process anything from any of those meetings, because it's just like, there's too much information at once. I need it in bite-sized pieces or written down. But you've definitely managed your sessions very well. I'm taking so many mental notes for every time we're in one for tiny frogs. But, yeah, and then the next one died because of, our DM not having a good time. For various reasons. But it's fine. I will hold this party together like glue. It will be the hill I fucking die on. I think we're doing alright so far, though. I feel like everyone really does have a fantastic time. Really? Oh, I'm so glad. It was a really good session. Hi, Akami! How is it going? Your scripting for the last session, by the way, Annie, was so good. No, Eddie's here! Eddie, no! Eddie's my DM! Akami, no! You're going to curse us. Look away, Eddie! Don't look at Twitch chat! No, Akami, I can't believe you would do this to me. Akami, you don't understand. At least one of our players is a power gamer, and whenever he finishes a build, he shows it to Annie like, hey, can I use this? And then he goes, no, I'm gonna use that instead. It's okay though, as long as I don't have to face the fucking frost wizard madness parasite, we're good. Oh, no. Kami, no. Kami, no. I'm never gonna drink a fucking potion in this game now. I'm fucking crying with laughter. Oh, Lord. I might do that one in the frog campaign, though. That would be pretty funny. Not to one of the frogs, but to one of the poor interns. So, in the one shot / kind of like monster of the week session that I did, that will probably be continued the next time Eddie needs a break to work on our campaign. All of the players are contracted employees of this company that mitigates like man-made disasters, like when the heroes come in and they defeat the big bad. Like, these are the people who come in and they're like, okay, we're gonna rebuild things, we're gonna fix you up, we're gonna get you guys some therapy, etc., etc. And everyone spent the session I was DMing bullying the fuck out of this group of interns that was helping them. And as a reminder, all the players are 2-inch tall frogs. These are like normal humanoid-sized interns. Oh god, I'm gonna have to, like, brush up on stuff like alliteration and haikus and, like, making them because of fucking Rain and his curses. He cursed one of the NPCs to only speak with alliteration. Oh, I'm gonna have to remember rhymes, because he's totally gonna curse somebody to rhyme again. Akami, I don't know Japanese. I only remember 2 words in Chinese, too. I should try to get back to learning Chinese again. I stopped doing Duolingo for it because I got distracted, and I feel bad. Oh, that sounds adorable. I just think about Haikuba on Tumblr a lot. That's the only bot that I appreciate. Akami, have you gotten a chance to play the new Zelda? Or do you plan to? Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god. You can really tell there's 2 types of players, because there's people like me who are just like, I must send you off to your people need you, I must aid you. And then, like, you turn around and there's somebody fucking crucifying a Korok and then rocketing off. I will admit, I did accidentally send one to space once. But in my defense, it was an accident and I didn't realize how powerful the rockets were at the time. Next time it'll be on purpose. God, I love the backpack Korok so much. I hate doing them just because I'm often, like, in the middle of something else when I find one. But the idea of them is just delightful. I just love the fact that you can glue the backpack to anything you want. Ooh, so I've actually found all the geoglyphs already. I have one more domain, which is Zoro's domain. There are other people in the chat who are not that far, though, I'm pretty sure. So no spoilies. I hope you enjoy the geoglyphs. The memories from them are so good. I was talking about it earlier, but, like, they really, like, they created something incredible with Breath of the Wild. And they really just took that and just were like, let's bring that up to like 110,000%. And it's just, they did so good! They did so good. I also just really appreciate that we got our horses back from Breath of the Wild, because I had some pretty good horses. They weren't, like, 5-star horses, but they were still, like, 3 and 4-star, like, across the board. Oh, dude, I'm just gonna fucking dupe diamonds for 30 minutes and then buy out the compendium. I got like half of it. I'm just gonna spot in like 50 diamonds. It only takes 76 diamonds to buy out the entire compendium, apparently. I tried to do it once and it didn't work, and I have not tried it since. I'm actually fairly decent with the bow in most games like this, so I don't really need them. I've been hearing that they're great. I'm just already fantastic. I'm bad at every other aspect of the game other than archery. Unless I have bomb arrows, in which case I will explode myself. I might have exploded myself several times already in the Goron domain. The cheating powers? Do you mean like duping or like returning to sender? Oh, that's so good. I usually just get them in a loop of like break the rock, jump off, and then immediately shoot them again. Oh my god. Oh, I fucking knew it. So I don't really watch a whole lot of game interviews and stuff like that. But like it really did feel like they saw the stuff people were doing for like speedruns and glitches and stuff, and they were like, let's just make this a thing. Like let's make this the mechanic this time around. And they did it in such a great way. Auto build, knowing it's inspired by DevTools, that actually makes a ton of sense. Oh my god, I haven't used auto build all that often, but I thought it was so funny that when you get it, the characters that you're talking to, I was trying... when I put the wheel on the first vehicle on backwards, and I was like, oh no, I need to fix that before I duplicate it. And so I went to fix it, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, but I did it wrong! I have to get 100%! And they're like, no, just rebuild it. I was like, okay! I thought it was pretty funny, though. I felt so bad, and then they poofed into a... The Hika clan was like, oh, I no longer feel bad, never mind. I haven't finished that yet, I just got to that point. I love the difficulty, actually, of, Tears of the Kingdom. Oh! Did she get the last memory? Don't say anything in chat, but did she get the last memory? It's really good, isn't it, Eddie? Just waiting for the Discord ping. audibly gasped when I put the pieces together, which was before the last memory. And I was like, there's no fucking way they were gonna do that. There's no way. And they did that. Absolutely incredible story. I also just want to say the animation for like the cutscenes and stuff. The deco tree is still kind of funky, but everything else, like they polished that a lot better this time. It's very good. I also, oh my god, so like the the divine beasts in Breath of the Wild, I think those were really cool dungeons. The mechanic was definitely really, really cool, but they were really, really confusing. I feel like I had a lot of difficulty wrapping my brain around the 3D map and the moving the divine beasts a lot of times. And like I watched other people play the entire like main story before I went and played it myself, and I still got confused. I feel like they really made the dungeons this time still have those interesting puzzles. I still have one more dungeon to look at, but the ones I've played so far at least, like they still had these really interesting puzzles, but they were a lot more like straightforward in that they were a lot easier to like wrap your brain around at first glance. I still had some difficulties with some of them, like the Goron one. I had a lot of difficulty with, just because how confusing the map was. But the other two, like, as soon as I understood the puzzle, I was like, oh, yeah, I get it. The games are so pretty. Before Breath of the Wild, the only one I've gotten to play myself was, like, the first island of the Phantom Hourglass, because I lost the cartridge. But gosh, I love the Zelda games. I'm so glad they took the art style direction they did with Breath of the Wild, and I hope they stick with it for a while, because it's just really good. I wonder if this is the only, like, sequel game they're gonna do for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because they seem to really have a good thing going right now, but, I mean... Any? Any, you good? You need to play them all. Is this gonna be my life now, playing all the Zelda games? I don't have the consoles! That's really the only thing that, like, held me back from playing them. Like, they're definitely my style of gameplay. They're all console games. Is Skyward Sword on the Switch now? Didn't they do something with that? Currently the only console I have is the Switch, and it's the only one I've like not felt like I was fighting against the console to actually play on, so. You're so valid. Look, just because I haven't played the games doesn't mean I'm not obsessed with all of them. I've watched Wind Waker all the way through. I want to go back and watch the older games that I missed out on, like Phantom Hourglass and stuff like that as well. As I said, I constantly watch the fucking stupid log Breath of the Wild 100% speedruns. Twilight Princess, I need to finish watching. It's just such an edgy game compared to the ones I've seen before it. It's a little bit harder for me, but it looks amazing. Also, Midna's best girl. I want Midna to come back. I do hope they keep the direction with the voice acting that they've added in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Because it's just... I feel like it adds a lot. Especially with keeping Link mute. It adds a lot of character to everyone. Matt Mercer did a great job as well with the scenes I've seen of Ganon so far. But like Zelda's voice actor, there's something about the way that she voices Zelda that just really makes her character shine to me. Sorry, I'm getting quieter. I'm trying to focus on these lines. I made my life difficult. I also don't have a design for his, like, I don't know what it's gonna be. A scepter? A staff? He's got something. Excuse me, oh my god. Do you have a favorite Zelda? I think you said something about Twilight Princess, but I can't remember if you said it was your favorite. I need to add their braid back. But I don't know where I want it. I don't really want to cover up the pattern on their shirt. Yeah, that works. Whenever I use color blocking like this to sketch, I think about this one YouTube comment I saw a long time ago that just... it made me laugh so hard because you could tell this person has never drawn a day in their life. And look, here's the thing. My personal favorite critic is my sister. She doesn't really draw or anything like that too often, but I very much do enjoy the things that she does draw when she does. And I hope she draws more. It's lovely seeing your art if you're still hanging around. But like, personally, it's just like, you don't have to actually be like someone who does the thing to, you know, have an opinion on it. But sometimes someone who does the thing and understands the work behind the thing and understands like all the effort and practice and whatnot goes into it, there's an understanding there that you won't have if you don't do the thing yourself and you haven't like done the studying of that. And it was very clear that this person was talking out of their ass because they said, I think the only real artists are people who color block. If you draw lines to sketch, you're a shit artist, and you should even call yourself an artist, something to that effect. And I was just like... oh man, what a thing to say. Now, I'm not saying color blocking is bad. In fact, anytime I see an artist who does color blocking as their sketch, I am blown away because they have such an incredible understanding of shape and form. But man, that YouTube comment lives rent-free in my head, not out of shame, but just pure hilarity of it. Just, oh my lord. I want to study them. I want to know what makes them think this way. Like, why in their mind is using line one of the main tenets of art? One of the main things, one of the things you study the most for art. And just goes, no, if you use lines, you're a coward and you're not a real artist. Just, what an incredible thought process to have. I want to know what makes that person tick. I want to know if they have other, like, just unhinged art opinions like that. I don't think I've run into any other unhinged opinion other than just the bullshit with AI stuff. Like, I've never run into any other opinion about art that is just as unhinged as that was. Oh, Annie, you can start gushing right now. I want to hear your thoughts so bad. I'm that horrible person who reads Discord while I'm live. Not out loud, of course. Just I keep up with my notifications. I don't like seeing the notification symbol. It annoys the hell out of me. I think it's an instinct from like work and stuff like that, where it's just like I have to check my notifications. Yeah, no. Just message me. It's fine. I won't read it out loud or anything. The most you'll get of me is just like, oh no, or oh yeah. Do not fret. Do not fret. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh boy. Stop yelling at me. The only bad thing about drawing on an iPad is the pin charging. It's really annoying. You have to plug it in to the iPad. You can't, so if you're unfamiliar with drawing with an Apple Pencil, you have to either plug it into the iPad, which is the intended way to charge it, which is interesting because you can't charge the iPad at the same time. But they also give you like this little dongle thing to plug into a iPad charger to charge it that way. But if you charge it that way, you can't use the pin at the same time. So there's no way to like constantly charge your pin and also draw at the same time, which is stupid. It's just dumb. That's just bad design. Like, you have it to where you're plugging it in, you can plug it into something else. Why not have it to where you can draw with it at the same time? That's so silly. Literally every other device like this. I don't know about other pens. This is the first time I've had to use a rechargeable pen. But like every other like accessory in this sort of style, like you can plug it in and use it at the same time. What the fuck? What the Anyways. I always have a lot of complaints about product design. But that's just how I be. I complain about game design, I complain about product design, I complain about website design. I really hate websites nowadays, actually. You know what? I will complain about that right now. I don't mind the fact that they're trying to make them more user-friendly in a lot of ways. I, in fact, love that a lot. It's really nice to see that accessibility and readability are things in the forefront of people's minds when they're designing sites, even though most of that is just so that they can advertise things to you faster. I hate the fact that every time I try to load a fucking site, that it takes 3 billion years for it to load, even when I have ultra-fast Wi-Fi on my phone, because their mobile site is so bombarded with ads or just things running in the background, or like just things collecting data on you, or just like the way that they put the UI elements together was done so poorly that it takes forever to load, and it's just like, why did you do this? Maybe it's just me from a developer perspective of just like, you can make this so much more efficient. But like, especially now, so I use Firefox and I've got like a bunch of different add-ons, like uBlock Origin and Privacy Badger and stuff like that. So I block all those things. And like, the loading between a site on my phone and a site on my computer is astounding. If I try to look something up on my phone, I could literally, like, while it's loading, turn on my computer, open the website up on my computer, and load it faster there than on my phone. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You have that many things running in the background that it slows down your site that much? My computer boots up fast, but your site should load up faster than my computer boots up. I'm like, I get sites like DeviantArt or Tumblr or Twitter where it's not just the site itself that's loading, but it's a lot of data in the background that they have to collect from their databases and that sort of storage, because it's stuff like tweets and images and videos and sound bites and all of the like daily things that they're showing you that are trending right now. Like, they have to go grab that data, and that takes time. Not a whole lot of time, but it does take time. And you have to consider that when you're building a site like that. But it's really sad when you load up on a site that doesn't have any of that things. It just has like, it's just like a shopping site or something like that. And it takes that long to load because you know it's not the stuff that they're loading on the site, like the products and stuff. It's something else. It's very interesting, the state that technology is in nowadays. Because it's this constant tug-of-war of, yeah, really improving with accessibility and creating things that make things more accessible to people, but also at the same time, it's like the the best and worst of both worlds. It's so frustrating seeing a product that's just like, this would be really good for a group of people. But it's also really bad because you're using it to collect data on people without really asking for consent. I could go on about that for ages, though. I just think data collection should always be opt-in. Should never be opt-out. That's the big thing to me. It feels unethical that they can just be like, yeah, nope, we're collecting this data. So I got this character design off of somebody who does adoptables. One of my favorite adoptable artists, actually, Carissa on DeviantArt, and I feel bad because I keep changing things about the design. But I'm like the basis of the design is there. The main thing that really drew me into this particular design was the hairstyle and the eyes and tail of the character, but I've changed the color scheme, and now I'm changing the patterns on the clothing just slightly. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna lose the essence of the design, and then I zoom out and I look back at the design and I'm like, wait, no, it's the same character, it's just my style feeling like it changed more than I actually did. It's always really interesting. I love doing commissions for people. But there's always this tug of war of making sure the character still feels like their character, but also drawing in my actual style. Because sometimes a character really leans into my style and I can do something really incredible with them, and then other times it's just whoo, man, this is really outside of the comfort zone that I draw in. I'm gonna have to make some compromises here, whether it's on the design's behalf or my own. I'm always just oh man, I hope the person paying me money likes this. I hope they like the direction I go. I feel bad because I will bug the people who commission me, be like, do you like this? Do you like this? Does this look good? Do you like this? Do you want changes? You can tell me you want changes, I swear I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm asking because I care. Especially with character design commissions. Oh god, those are nerve-wracking. But I've had a lot of people tell me oh my god, you understood exactly what I was going for. It's like you read my mind. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm glad. I was really worried. Thank you for confirming. I did a good job. I got an A in design because that is a normal and achievable thing to try to get. Or any I've drawn a bunch of the NPCs for the D&D campaign, and by the way, Annie, I need some more references. You've got characters for me to design. I know I'm not done with the animatic yet, though, so probably shouldn't be getting myself distracted with that. but also give me Lilium and what was the other character that you just handed me in my backstory? Oh, I saw him. I see. Yeah. Are you having a good time, Innie, with Zelda? Are you as excited for this plot point as I am? Lilium and Naomi. That was her name. I need. Give me reference. Please hand over reference. Yes. Oh no! The energy with your messages and you typing in chat is very different. Oh dear. It is called Tears of the Kingdom. And he's gonna murk me for that one. Also, speaking of murk, I thought it was incredibly funny that everyone's character in D&D yesterday asked, "What does murk mean?" And I've been saying it this entire time. I've inflicted this word upon you, Innie. It's okay, it's fine, we're not through the story yet. Things can get better, right? It's fine. Everything is a-okay. Isekais are very fun to play. I'm very excited to speak to Kyoko and Mei. I know I was frustrated yesterday with the conversation with Kyoko, but the skit Rain showed me was so funny, I might do it on purpose next time. That Rain thought I was doing on purpose. Which I was very much not, but now I might. One day I'll be done with playing Tears of the Kingdom, and then I'll finally finish the animatic, and I'll finally finish unpacking, and then I'll finally get to draw other things again, which will also just be D&D. The brain rot never ceases. Suina is the one Rain was talking to, right? Or Frog, my apologies. Or wait. Fuck. I'm mixing up names. Which one was Temple Lady? Ah! Kyoko is Tavern and Guild. I remember that. And May is Gladiator, and I remember Seer, of course. Because if I didn't remember Seer at this point, that'd be dumb of me. But I'm mixing up the other two. Let me know when you have time, by the way, for talking about Nova's backstory, because, like, it's still kind of jumbled in my mind, which means there's room for you to be like, hey, do you want to go this direction instead? But there are some things that, like, are actually important that I have decided on. I might end off soon so I can play more Tears of the Kingdom. I know it's a short stream, but Zelda, I wanna play. I just wanna ride dragons. I actually got all my dragon materials now, so I can just dupe them and I'll be set. I need to find the, I don't remember where the Spring of Power is. I remembered where the Spring of Courage and the Spring of Wisdom were, but I can't remember where the other one is. I might just go simple for their staff. Scepter thingamajig. I don't know what it is. It sure is something. Or it will be something at least. Did I forget any details on my boots? Oh, I forgot a lot of details on my boots. I'll draw the shoelaces later. Cause I am lazy. And also, it's easier later. I don't like the pattern. I like the star part, I don't like the stripe part. I need to change it. To what? I have no idea. Also, their hand is too tiny. That looks about right. I have to resist the urge to go full magical girl on this dude. It's just not the right aesthetic. He's more of like a magical girl villain, I think. But not like, I don't know what it is with Pretty Cure and like making some of their villains like they'll make the prettiest like pretty girls and pretty boys for their villains, but they'll put them in the most atrocious outfits. It is funny though every time. Okay, that looks terrible. You know what? I think it's Zelda time. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you had a lovely time. I'm gonna head off and go play. Gonna go dupe dragon parts from Zelda. I'll catch you next time. Good night. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll play Cult of the Lamb a little bit more. I gotta do all my end game content.